Everybody, welcome back to my channel, Tanda's Charm. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. And in today's video, this is not a reaction video. I'm literally just chatting, doing my hair, and basically I'm just showing y'all how I'm surviving the inflation, how I am taking care of myself and keeping myself afloat during this inflation time. Um, and it's been such a long time. I know I've been using this ring light ever since I started back doing YouTube again, a couple months ago. But let me see, what's the most flattering light? I remember Beyonce said blue light don't look good on black girls, but I kind of like the blue light, and I like the warm light the most. Sometimes the white light can just be too piercing. But I'm coming to you au natural and everything like that. And I just treated my hair, and um, now I'm going to be braiding my hair down with some grease and with my rat tail comb. And also, I have some DIY oatmeal oil that I actually use on my face and my hair, and it makes my hair really, really soft. And one day I would like to do a tutorial for that. That would be fun. Um, but yeah, and whoo child, whoo child, I'm so tired. And it's been just a lot going on, but I'm glad to be on YouTube. Wow, my hair is so long. It's so crazy how long my hair got, and I take really good care of my hair, and um, I know how to treat my hair, and I have 4C hair. So yeah, and what else do I want to say? Yeah, my hair is super soft today. But what I do when it comes to being really presentable, on camera, I usually start off by braiding my hair and parting it like four ways. But let's see, I have this rubber band, this rubber band, this rubber band, and this rubber band. So I'm probably gonna do yeah, I'm gonna part my hair in four ways, and you're gonna see me doing that. And oh my God, it's just I love, I love filming on my phone so much more than my web camera because I don't know why, but I remember a long time ago I bought that web camera. It said that it was a 4K web camera, but like it just I don't know, it's kind of hard, and plus I'm using a built computer, a DIY built computer made by one of my siblings, so it's not a real computer, and maybe that's the reason why. But I'm able to film on there, and it does make a lot more sense to film um, on my computer, so I can save space on my phone. But it's just a hassle. This is so much easier. This is my ideal situation, and I'm so glad to be filming like that. Let me see. Wait, I can't even see it. I'm so glad to be filming on my phone. And I can't wait. Nope, this part ain't right. One. Yep, this part is not right. And I'm going to just trace the line that I just made. But it is so much more easier doing this on my phone. But it's I can't. At first, I wasn't able to actually film my phone because um, I have a cheap phone, and um, I wasn't able to record because it kept saying that the storage was too gone, the storage was too full. And I was like, what do you mean? And then I deleted all my apps, off my phone, all my social media fun apps before I factory reset my phone, and it still said no storage, and I wasn't able to use my phone. It was functioning crazy. So I was like, okay. Like, I hate factory resetting my phone with a passion because it's like I'd be just making accounts on all different types of like apps and things like that, and it's like I don't always be taking account. Let's see, is it kind of party? I don't be taking account my login passwords and stuff like that. Now I do because I realize that's an important part of being an entrepreneur. It's kind of like ain't that a part of bookkeeping? Whew. Like ain't that a part of bookkeeping? But yeah, I don't be taking account of um my passwords. But I had no choice. And yesterday, y'all, wait, oh yeah, yesterday y'all seen me going to my Chipotle job interview, and being told to come back later. And I am not salty. I choose to be positive, no matter the outcome. I know my thoughts create things. Um, and what I'm gonna do when it comes to moisturizing my hair, like I'm going to get some of this softy grease, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on this top, and then I'm gonna get some of my homemade oatmeal oil that I have a little bit of, and I'm just gonna mix it because like this oil is very nourishing, and the softy grease will be a really great like sealant. And yesterday, my mom was like trying to shuffle things around, and like I was like piecing together my little money too. And then she was saying like, okay, so you ran out of hair care, and I was saying, yeah, like I'm literally just like using my extracts and all of that. And she was like, okay, I can get you some softy grease. And then I was like, okay, because I'm not like a hater of grease. Grease on 4C hair makes my life so much simple. Like, look how like shiny this is. And I'm just gonna do this. Oh yeah, by the way, y'all, if y'all have natural hair or kinky hair, when you're in the middle of oiling your scalp, like I know people use the fancy little oil bottles, but what I do is put some grease on my hands, as y'all can see, and then to really reach the scalp and grease it, I hold my hair taut like this, do my hands like this, and get in there, move into the section, and focus on the scalp and really rub the area so that I really grease the scalp really good. And ooh, I love how long my hair is. But like, I don't usually always use grease. Wait, maybe I don't have to use a rubber band. Maybe I don't have to, because I'm like, wait, do I have to use a rubber band? But oh, and the softy grease is so nostalgic. Because I haven't smelled softy since I was 6 years old. And I was like, like I've smelled Blue Magic, and I know Blue Magic have a bunch of really amazing and expensive deep leave-in conditioners and hair grease for natural hair. Um, but I have not smelled softy in a long time. And immediately when that Amazon package came, I smelled softy. And I was like, wow, I have not smelled this since I was 6 years old, when my mother used to try to like perm my hair straight, but I will always fidget. And yeah, I would always fidget. And I never really got my hair permed when I was younger. It was always Texlax because I never like the burning sensation. And black girls, y'all know what I'm talking about. It just be burning the scalp, and then I would be scratching my scalp. Everything my mother told me not to do before perm my hair, I would do it, like scratch my scalp, and get itching it too much, and then like I'll get the perm, and then we put that creamy crack on your head. Oh my god, it just like it starts burning immediately, and I can't. I would always just like fidget, and I remember vividly acting like a fool in a salon one time when I was like very young and almost getting in trouble, but like you know I was graced by my by my parents around that time. Yes, I love that. And I know y'all don't like grease in the natural hair, but grease is amazing in this era of my life. And my hair get to be soft and strong. And even before, like, facing hard times, like, sometimes I would use grease alongside with olive oil or sunflower seed oil. Oh yeah, what I'm going to do since I'm literally going to be sleeping and at home, I'm not even going to get the comb. I'm just going to trace this part, and I'm going to go this way. But ouch. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just trying to get done with this child. That is a little piece of starch because I did do a rice water treatment for my hair. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit more straighter than that. Like I'm trying to see in the camera, and I'm like, no, I can do a little bit better than that. Okay, I think that's good enough for me. And yeah, I got really long hair, and I be using grease, y'all. Like, don't sleep on grease. And plus, it was so inexpensive, and like, don't sleep on grease if you have really textured, coarse hair. Like, if your hair is a poofy cotton ball, like mine. And yeah, but I have not smelled softy in a long time. And it's nice to use it again. I was like, wow, the smell. And it smells like, not chemically, well, herbal, I guess you can say. Yeah. And it says natural herbal oil formula with vitamin E. Ugh, it just smells like, when I smell this, like, I'm thinking about lollipops. I'm thinking about the playground. I'm thinking about, like, putting on my socks. Like, no, vividly, I remember getting my hair done, combed by my grandma. Whew. Yeah, I smell like I remember grandma, hot combs and all, you know. Whew. Yeah, it's nice. And sitting on the couch watching early 2000s Disney. I'm just kind of laughing at myself right now. But, like, it's just, like, giving that. And I'm so crazy, right? Like, I literally have such amazing, like, memory. Like, I was say I have 20/20 vision, but no, I have such amazing memory. And, yeah, y'all, I'm putting a little bit of oil and a little bit of softy. And we're going to get this done. And then after I braid my hair, I'm going to be doing my skincare, and I'm going to show y'all how I do my skincare during hard times. And also, I want to inspire y'all to continue to take care of your skin, girl. No matter how hard it is, you better like whip up some oatmeal. You better rub that banana on your face, girl. Like, and that's on period. And so, like, y'all better act right. But yeah. That could also be a thumbnail too. Like, ooh, look at my hair, y'all. Look at my hair. That could be a thumbnail. I don't know how some of these naturals on YouTube they be talking about their hair is breaking off. I feel like the only way your hair is breaking off is like it got to be a vitamin deficiency. It's gotta be a vitamin deficiency because some people that have 4C hair, it's like their hair be breaking off and all of that, and like it's not that hard to take care of 4C hair once you get the hang of it. Just get a routine down because it takes a lot to take care of this mane. But you know, it's not that hard to take care of 4C hair. Sometimes I get bored of it, but it's not hard at all. And look how shiny my hair got. Oh yeah, and also, you know, the other day my mom was saying like, yeah, we used to get our hair pressed with Softy, and I was like, really? So Softy can kind of be used as a heat protectant, even though I'm pretty sure y'all like, I know that people online are gonna be like, no, it's not. Like, but you can do it though. You can use oils as a heat protectant, and I know it might not pass that paper test that I be seeing people do on TikTok and Facebook when they're trying to test, you know, heat protectants and stuff like that. But it works, and I mean, like, I would buy a heat protectant for sure instead of just pressing my hair with Softy. But I have done it before where I literally use stuff like this. Um, and I also use coconut oil and other oils before blow drying my hair, and my hair pattern is still the same. Like I don't know, it just kind of feels like my hair doesn't want to budge. Like it likes being coarse. I love how soft this got my hair feeling. Whew. Hairballs everywhere. Let's get this done, shall we? Wait, did I put some oil on there? Yep, I got to do the method again. So I'm gonna hold this like this, y'all. Oil in the hands, and then I'm gonna reach the scalp. Grease this scalp, girl, so my hair can stay moisturized. And another thing that I was having a conversation with my mom, I was thinking like have y'all noticed that we are seeing less and less commercials like on traditional TV? Like you don't see no real commercials on TV no more. And my mom brought that up, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. I mean, like, I'm usually on YouTube, and, like, I watch the free stuff on there. Like, I'm really not a TV person because, like, I'm always reading, like, books and stuff like that. But, like, back in the day, you know, um, in the 70s and 80s, and even the early 2000s, people used to make commercials. Like you used to see a Blue Magic and Softy commercial. Where's the Blue Magic commercials now? Like, where's the Dark and Lovely commercials? Like, I know sometimes you do see those type of commercials during BT, but when I think about it, these recent BET award shows, I have not been seeing no Blue Magic and Softy commercials at all. Like I have not been seeing no Dark and Lovely commercials. And I know, or like that other brand, like y'all know that green hair care brand. Did I braid my hair right? Well, but y'all know that green hair care brand. Um, like it's like olive oil. It's like an olive oil perm brand and black hair care brand and stuff like that. And you just don't see those commercials no more. That's so crazy. Whew. And like all you see is commercials for like the shadiest medicine. Yeah, now I can wear my glasses and do the back. Now I can actually see y'all. Like I'm literally just going off just the vibes alone to do my hair. Yes, lint, lint. Also another thing, like how I take care of my hair. Like sometimes well actually all the time, I run my hands through my hair a couple of times just to get the dead hair out of it before I start combing. I used to finger comb my hair when I was like really serious about growing my hair, and like I wonder how it is finger combing my hair, and like finger combing straight hair. Maybe y'all can do that too, but if y'all start finger combing, then it's gonna change your hair. It's gonna make it so much more thicker. But again, even if I don't have a job per se and I'm working side hustles, like because I have that entrepreneurial mindset, I am just gonna be using this comb today because I do not got time to be doing like finger combing and all of that. I stay busy, even from at home. And y'all, follow me on Pinterest because my Pinterest is literally popping. And I write amazing blog articles about my journey as an independent recording artist and cover artist. And I really do plan on making and releasing amazing music for for girls who get it, girls that are always going through dilemmas. And I'm a big fan of pop music and ballads. So if you're into Halle Bailey, Sabrina Carpenter, Adele, Whitney Houston, all of those things, then I suggest for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also subscribe to my newsletter too, so that you always get to read my blog articles that I write about my muses. And recently, I written a blog article about my greatest muse that I discovered like years ago. Well, not years ago, but like not too long ago. Well, during the pandemic. So I guess that's years ago. Like, it's like from here to the pandemic just feels like a quantum leap. Like what? Like it's still kind of weird thinking that wait, 5 years ago. Like I've been like 5 years has passed since panoramic to now. So crazy, right? But okay, let me get back on the subject. I made a blog article about my favorite French muse, and her name is Delita. And I watched her movie yesterday, and I'm just upset. I'm just crashing out again because I love her music so much, and like she had such a romantic, amazing life, and it's so crazy how she got caught up with all types of weirdos, all types of low quality dudes, and y'all should see it. I was so surprised, like when I actually found the movie about her life, and just to let everyone know, the movie is about a Egyptian-born singer who became a big star in Paris and Italy, and she also sung songs in 7 languages, and she had a crazy romantic life, and then she unalived herself in the end, and it's just tragic. It's tragic. It's freaking tragic. Wait, it's freaking tragic. It's just tragic because I love her music so much, and I just wish she could have hanged on, but like you know, without telling so much of my business, I have felt that type of low. Okay, not that type of low, not that type of low, but I know how it is to feel. I know how it is to be on rock bottom because, like, literally, from from the panoramic to now, my quality of life has gotten so bad. But like, I have a good relationship with God. Um, and I understand how it is to be on rock bottom, but it's just like her life just kept on going and going and going in the wrong direction. And all I can say is that, like, when your spiritual life is not intact, it makes the hard times even worse. Like, you think you're at rock bottom, it's even rockier. And she really was trying to search for a spiritual life, and she just couldn't find something. Like, she did, but like, throughout the movie, I just have such an opinion about things. And like, literally, I was like watching a movie, and I was like, I have 300 YouTube video ideas about her life and about, you know, how I can make a series about it and just share my love for my favorite muse. And Lord, I hope this isn't too long. But yeah, it's a really upsetting but amazing music filled movie. And I feel like if you're a big fan of her, you'll get it. But like because I'm such a big fan of her and I love her music, and her music has literally helped me romanticize my life and made me feel like a Disney princess, which I would love to be one day. You know, who knows? Like, who knows Disney? Like, I'm just shouting everything out right now. I would love to do Disney songs, you know, and be a part of that. And like, when I first started listening to Delita, I was like, she just reminds me of a long lost Disney princess. Like, she looked like she should have been singing scores for Disney, but like, I just haven't found any music yet where she sung that, and I don't think she ever did. And plus, she unalived herself, so you know, she she wasn't around for that long. You know what I mean? But the movie is so good. The movie is so good, and it makes me sad because I love my muse, and I even written a blog article on my Medium blog site and on Substack as well. And Substack is an amazing social media platform where you can just like it's so different than most social media platforms because Twitter, you know, filled with negativity and chaos, but Substack is so like chill, not too many ads on there. It's just amazing. And I made a blog article about Delita, and I'm probably going to put it in the video somewhere, and I want y'all to go check it out. And I think I've written two so far. I just be going and going in my bedroom, writing, building my brand, and really stressing myself out to really show up as her. And I think y'all are gonna love that blog article. And I talk about my dreams and the other muses other than the French, Italian, Egyptian star, iconic star Delita, and also my other muses that I have great love for is Toni Braxton, Celine Dion, um, Toni Braxton, Celine Dion, Normani, and you know Whitney Houston and Adele, and they just inspire me so much, and they make me super happy when I listen to music, and it just gives me such great escapism. And after doing so much research during my social media detox and like soul searching kind of, praying and just living life off social media, I realized that I do want to build my brand, and like even if I don't see any instant results, I honestly really do love talking to the camera. It's just that like when you have things going on in your life, you gotta handle things off camera, and it really is the most classiest thing to do. And I had a lot going on in my life, and I still do. But the greatest thing about now is that I'm a whole woman, a whole mature woman, and um, I love myself a lot more. I don't have no body dysmorphia, and I might not be the same size that I used to be, but I know in due time when things are um, up for me, things will get better. And you know, even though I gained a lot of weight, I still get bombarded by guys ask me for my number everywhere, and that was really really flattering because like I was just like at home a lot, and then I got lost on the bus trying to find a job at a different Chipotle location, and I just got bombarded by a bunch of dudes trying to give me their number, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, not that I have a great self esteem, great confidence in myself, very black and beautiful, and all of that, but it was kind of shocking. And also, I did a story time, and it's a little long winded because it was my first video in a while, and I haven't done a story time type video in forever. Like, it's been a long time coming. And I basically talked about all the people that's been stalking me. Oh yeah, and there's been so much crazy stuff happening in my life. I made the story time about how there's a guy flirting with me, and he had a dog, right? Um, that same dude, like I was just like resting on the patio, like it's my place to go when I want to like take a break from editing and stuff like that. And I was like sitting by myself, bonnet on. I wasn't really taking care like of my hair. Like I wasn't trying to be presentable. Like I'm literally at home, and the dude was mean mugging me because he knew that I did not want to, you know, interact with him. Like he can peep that I'm not interested and I'm not interested. And he was like walking and you see like let me see how I'm looking. When yeah, that's how he was looking at me like that. Like back up, back up, back up, back up. I don't want you. I don't want you. I'm not in the mood to be dating. I said that for 1 to 2 years or as long as I need to, I'm going to be building brands. I'm going to be building up myself, learning all the skills, watching webinars, podcasts, and also working on myself too. Like even in the dating like area of life, because honestly, I thought to myself, I'm just looking at everybody talking about their dating life, and like sometimes I feel FOMO, and of course you do when you're at home a lot and you made it a challenge. Like I am going to be editing videos, I'm going to be locking in truly, and it can feel very FOMO like, but when I see everybody else just don't got that type of mindset, and people that probably talked about locking in the beginning of this year, they probably not like, and they're probably going through it. Um, well, everybody's going through it on TikTok, and that's what's so comforting about TikTok. But this year, actually, I remember in the beginning of 2025, I was like watching a lot of black girl personal development channels, and I was just taking notes about what it takes to really rebrand and what it takes to reinvent yourself and stuff like that. And it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. And I thought to myself, like, you know what? I could use time. Like I didn't want to, because when I think like when I was a little bit younger, like I'm 23 now, but when I was a little bit younger, I used to be like, okay, if my career life isn't working, I'm gonna try to get a man. Oh, if I can't get a man, oh, I'm gonna try to work on my career. And then if one of the things wasn't working, like I would just spiral. Now I'm a lot more mature, and I realize that it's so important to just pick and choose your battles in life, because like life is gonna continue to just um come at you. Life is gonna continue to keep on going and stuff like that. Ooh, let me try to part this. And I got into self development and read so many books. I said like I'm not really gonna watch TV that much, and I treat TV like dessert, and movies like a dessert. And plus, like when you're reading a lot and working a lot and doing stuff like that, working on brands and testing, making mistakes, it's a lot of work, and it's not easy. I don't have the time to watch a series, but I know that one day I will literally like stop and I'll like keep up with all my favorite shows and stuff like that, and then like I'll get back into grinding, but not now. Especially when I took so many notes about like an entrepreneur that I really like. Oh yeah, and I also made a newsletter. I'm not sure if it's up yet, but I have like a whole month's worth of newsletters that's magazine style. Like you're literally reading my own personal magazine about my journey, my life, my ups, my downs, and I'll be updating you about like my music journey too. And I uploaded and batch created a whole week's worth of magazine newsletters, and I was just like up. And it's so much fun because I feel like I'm my own Bratz girl in a way, because for the real early 2000s girlies, y'all remember Bratz magazine? And it used to feel like you was really like reading a magazine. No, they used to have a magazine. They used to have an activity book. Both books I love, and I love the layout of it. And I'm not like that great at graphic design, but I have been practicing making my own like magazine layout and alongside with like a written newsletter so that when you open up like my email in your email, when you sign up to my newsletter, you see like everything that I'm up to, movies I've been watching, and videos I've been watching, people that inspire me, and personal development stuff too. And I just think it's so much fun. And also, I've always been a writing type of person. I aspire to write movies. I aspire to write um, books, and basically, I want to create my own media empire, and I can really see that happening. But you gotta be stoic, and that's what I'm doing. And I have chose that. Yeah, I'm not gonna really be focusing on dating, and none of the guys around me. Like literally, it's so life changing when you make the choice to just like be your own, and it has nothing to do to like no shade to no one. It's just like when you make the choice to like be your own because you just want to grow, you want to learn, you want to just like become more self-aware, and you start writing in your diary. And I have a special pink diary that I use all the time to write my feelings out. You know, you don't get any instant answers when you're going through dilemmas, when you have those hard times when you're like writing in your diary and you're emotional. Like you won't get instant answers, but the like when you take your time to write in the morning or in the daytime or nighttime or however many times you do it a day or a week or whatever, when you actually pause and you don't react, it's like so healing. It's so healing. I learned to be more grateful. I learned to see things for what they are, and that's why I preach so much on my channel to pick and choose your battles. And like I have so many other amazing YouTube video and blog content coming up soon. Like I've been investing so much into how to be a content creator, how to brainstorm ideas because I really love, the whole thing. And I want to see how to be a VA and do other stuff, but it's like it's too much. Like, is anybody else experiencing burnout? Like, it's too much. It's too much work, and it's like you can only do so much. Like when you literally spend 9 hours, like you wake up real early and you're thoroughly applying 15 to 20 job applications a day, like a job, and you're like taking it real serious. Um, and you're also building content for your brand and like doing other things too, alongside with also taking care of yourself. Like you can't just let yourself go. And I've been trying, and even though like I'm healthy, but I'm not like dieting, right? Like I try to exercise. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. So you have to just like really pick one for real. And y'all, I still have some grease and oil in my top, and I'ma just put some right here. Why not just put some more on my scalp? And this feels so nice. My hair feels so clean. I literally wash my hair, by the way, y'all, with baking soda, water, and vinegar. And I've been doing it for a long time. And like recently, as of recently, I've been using like VO5 shampoo to wash my hair because sometimes I feel like the grease, like it sticks to your hair really good. And like even though apple cider vinegar does a really great job with cutting, the hair and the gut wait. Even though apple cider vinegar do a good job with cutting the grease and oil and dirt in your hair, I need like a sulfate to fight the grease and the buildup sometimes. But anywho, um, and that's like sometimes. But I literally had like grease in my hair and I used the baking soda and the apple cider vinegar solution, and my hair still felt really, really clean. It's just like getting used to it, honestly. Like, cause usually I used to be like, I won't use grease because it's hard to wash it out sometimes. And I used to like stick to my olive oil and stuff like that, but because of financial difficulties, we are back to the old fashioned, old way of doing things. And I had to use a little bit of soap, dilute a little bit, and like wash my hair really good. And yeah, it works really good. And one more time with sniffing this. Whew, whew, excuse me, y'all. Oh, I feel, I just, yeah, I remember like those little, I don't want to say church socks, but those really frilly socks. You know, I know everybody don't come from the same religious background, but like, if you were young, going to the Kingdom Hall, you were a child, yep, and your mom would do your hair, put this softy in your hair, or that, you know, or pink lotion. Yep, those were the days. I used to like getting candy. But y'all, I done my hair and I just feel so accomplished. Ugh, I'm just about to go to sleep. Like everything's stressing me out these days. No, I don't want your number. Yes, I'm in a healing era. Well, well, actually, I'm not even in a healing era. And I hate when people say healing era because healing is not even linear. But like, I'm in a self awareness era. I'm not trying to date. I'm decentered. I'm just trying to be me. Wait for it. Like one idiot. Like what? Like what? Like you know what I mean? And that's like a little bit Korean because I haven't spoken Korean in such a long time. But like you know, just want to do a little humble bragation doing that. But yeah, these men out here, and then like men have never stopped being trifling. Like I remember that last long time ago, like 5 years ago, when downtown, I remember some dude he crossed the street just to get my number, and then I was like, oh okay. Now and you know, yeah, he was on the bus, and I don't really judge. Like I'm not judging men right away. And even if you don't got nothing, I admire that you're confident. I admire that you're confident. And I wasn't like, bye. But I was like, I admire that you're confident. And then, you know, things kind of turned a little bit like a left a little bit because, like, first of all, I don't give out my number like that. But thankfully, I downloaded TalkTone, which is like a free little app that you can use to like as a burner phone number. And if y'all are dating, y'all please date like please give people a burner phone number. Never give people your real phone number because I had no idea about that. Like I just when I was young, like I'm still young. I'm still young. But I'm just talking about when I was even more greener. Like I still am young and green, but like when I was even more greener back then. But yeah, that dude. First of all, I didn't know he looked kind of young, but you know he ended up being 30, and I was like, oh, and I was like, okay. And then he showed me a picture how he was into anime and sword fighting and all of that. And around that time, I that was not the type I was trying to look for at all. What really got me is when he said, like, I'm on a self love journey, like and then like he talked and he said like he talked in a way that translated to me like I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no job. I ain't really doing nothing with my life. And if you think you're gonna go to the Galleria with me, like you're not, we're gonna be splitting McDonald's at the in the park. And even then I practiced self love because I was just like, oh, you can call me on Sunday or like Wednesday. That's a free time for me. And hey, I just like why not just talk? And I talk, and I was like, oh, okay, bye, and blocked, block, block, for real, for real. And then when I asked him about his living situation, he kind of like feathery told me that like he's living with somebody or like he's in a shared home or a shared apartment or something like that. Like, and what like you're not really being transparent with me. Like, are you in a halfway house? Like, so I was like block, and I don't really like anime nerds like that. I don't really like anime nerds. It's just like a specific type. Like No, I don't really like anime nerds like that. And if I am dating somebody that's into anime, they can't be like how I've been seeing them. Like they can't just be like emotionally stunted, like kind of cringe. Like I'm not judgmental. Everybody can be goofy. I'm goofy. And sometimes, hell, I can be a little corny. Like maybe. I mean like I don't know, but I love myself and like if you're on my channel, like hey, I got some consistent watchers. Like I see y'all 4 views. I see y'all. And yeah, you know what I mean? But it's all like they always have like an old GameCube and they living in a bad apartment. It's just like and they ain't doing much in their life and they're just so like hype about games, they ain't doing much. It's just like no, no. And I'm not even trying to talk crap because I know that it's to each their own in this era. Like, first of all, Nat, go on. But it really is to each their own in this era of like life and dating and men and all of that. Because, you know, everybody got a type, everybody got a preference. Like, everybody has a relationship dynamic that works for them, and what works for me may not work for you. And I'm like, maybe like somebody wants you. Somebody wants you as you are. You know what I mean? Somebody wants you. But for me, after a short period of time of being in the talking stages, I was like, hell no. Hell no. And I wasn't mad. It didn't define me, but I'm just saying, like, no. And I just haven't been being enthused, like, just back up. And I don't want to get too um crazy, but then it's like, why can't I tell my truth? Why can't I tell my truth? Oh yeah, and at first I thought I was gonna do my skincare, but since it's like 46 minutes, I'm probably gonna like click this off, upload this to Google Drive, and do something else, and probably eat. But it's like why can't I tell my truth? And even when I was the type, you know what I mean, the type that um black men like, long natural hair, big natural hair, and I'm a little overweight now, but back then I was very skinny, very abs, very much abs. Like I've been on my junk food vegan mess ever since the pandemic, and I'm trying to recover. But like that's not stopping men anyway. Surprisingly. I mean, not surprisingly, but like, cause I'm that girl. I am that girl. But I was the type that they want friendly, fresh, and really submissive. Like I grown up in a religious culture where like we respect the roles of men and like, I'm just effortlessly feminine and girly and I've always been the type that like, you know, all men like Asian, Korean boys. Their mom always liked me, you know, white folks, black folks, whatever. But you know, I was their. I'm like I'm still their type, but I was their type, and you know, I was their type, and I am their type still. But I'm just talking about like back then, and I'm just thinking like, all I'm trying to say is that like it just hasn't been great. You know what I mean? And I just don't want to talk too crazy because like, what if this video ever like bites me back in the butt and I get canceled? Like, like ooh, Ted is here on the Grammys now, and then like this video bites me back on the butt. Like, I don't want to say nothing too crazy, but all I'm trying to say is that like these men be thinking that they're the prize. Like you are old. Like you are not the prize. You are not the prize. And it's not even. And King, it has nothing to do with you. Like it has nothing to do with your character. But like, first of all, I'm used to men being a certain way, and like you're just not the prize like that. Like, and I'm not stuck up. I'm so down to earth. And maybe saying it, like I know sometimes when people say like, "Hey, I'm not this, I'm that," like people don't believe, like whatever, bye, girl. Like, but anyway, but yeah, it's just like an interesting world now. And actually, like before I even was on TikTok and hearing the horrendous stories about people dating, I'm like, I already told myself that I wasn't even going to do anything like that because I'm just focusing on moi and content creation, really taking it seriously. Like I actually did my research and like I'm really in my content creation bag, watching DoorDash and all that stuff. But you know, I said a mouthful, didn't I? But I'm basically done with my hair, and I'm going to be actually I'm about to go eat, and if anybody's experiencing change, if anybody can relate to this girl chit chat video, um, and I made you feel less alone in this journey called life that we're all on different paths and all of that. I am so happy that my space made you feel, empowered and all of that. Like, and if you want more of this type of content and also amazing content where I talk about my journey about healing, low self esteem and embracing my inner light and showing up as her, then I advise you to subscribe to my Substack newsletter as well because I really pour my heart and soul in there. And, I got time and I'm really passionate about like dilemmas that girls be going through. Like, I remember when I was 16 going through like boy problems or life problems or like, learning to embrace my pretty and girliness. And, I remember I used to go through problems like that. And now, as a 23-year-old mature young lady, I'm learning so much about myself. And I feel like I give out amazing advice. Like, I've always been a therapy friend. Like, the friend that I can, like, um, you can really talk to me and I can just really hear you and see you. Like, when you're with me, you're seen, you're heard. I validate you, okay? And, yeah, like I plan on making exclusive content like that, and hopefully exclusive like podcast episodes, too. But I have not learned how to make a podcast script. But that'll be fun. I'm trying to figure out my content ratio too. So we're just experimenting. I'm always changing and shifting things around. So, yep. And y'all get yourself some softy and get yourself a rat tail comb and actually some sunflower oil that's that like I infused with oatmeal powder that I made, and get yourself some sunflower oil. If you have straight hair, because that absorbs so well into the skin and into the hair, and it has lots of vitamin D and E, and I think A too. So yeah, and I hope y'all love this video. And am I about to go to sleep? I don't know. All right, goodbye, y'all.